disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partners, Angel Diaz and Joe Hartley. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's happening?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. On Mondays, you've got Raw with Mimi and Lump. Tuesdays is CTE with Chris, Los, and Travis. Wednesdays is us, Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Mike, Joe, and Angel. And on Thursdays, you can get the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. For more information, you can check us out on our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Fellas, it's showtime. What's going on?
Not much, Gene. You know what? It's been a busy week. I worked all week to make a little extra money because I know next week I'm going to be a little busier, so I probably won't be able to do it next week. And then got outside and did some yard work on the Saturday when it was nice after I woke up. So that's about it.
Okay, what about you, Angel?
Hold on. I just want to start off. We're going to start off with violence. I just want to say, I feel like me and Joe, we've been here for a year now. I feel like we should have at least a face in the opening intro. I just want to say that right now. I don't know what made me look at that, but I'm just saying, like, I came in when people took a sabbatical, and I feel like I should have the right to get my face in there. I'm just putting it out there. Joe, I know you feel me. You don't even have to say nothing. I got you.
You know that is up to the director of our network, Mr. Travis Plowden, who actually he and I spoke last spring or summer about that. He told me he was doing brand new intros. I thought he was doing brand new intros for all of the shows.
Last spring?
He told me. Yeah, last spring's early summer, he told me that he was going to do intros for all the new shows.
Hey, he's a busy guy, so let's give him a little slack.
He's all over the place right now. He's in London. As far as I know, he's in London. I didn't even know he was going over to London. Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm 100% serious. I was talking to my mom on Friday night, and she said, "Oh yeah, your brother's in London." I was like, "What?"
I thought you were just in Washington D.C.
He was, and he went right to London right after that. So yeah, I was like, he went over to Europe.
He took care of business in DC. Now he got some business in London. It's all good.
Yeah, different area codes. My brother likes to travel. Different area codes. And once again, Mike is not here this week. This week, actually, Mike is back in town. He's back in Michigan, but he is assisting with the birth of a baby kangaroo, so he will not be here tonight.
I didn't know Mike was a kangaroo den mother, but good for him.
Well, Mike. He has many skills. Mike Gibbs has many skills,
Good for him. I remember the last time he took a break, he was a baby elephant. So
that's right.
He's really up in his game now.
I think Mike wants to be a veterinarian. I think that's what's going on.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. So no tournaments this weekend, huh, Angel?
No. No tournaments this weekend or next weekend. Only thing I got coming up is Ocean States. That's in 2.5 weeks from now. So
okay.
And honestly, bro, it felt good to honestly not do anything for a weekend. My weekend was amazing. My girlfriend drove down from Virginia, so we just had our little weekend. And again, like I said, man, that was the first time I've seen her in a minute, especially because it's just been I'm just gone to a tournament, gone somewhere for karate the past 3-4 weeks in a row. So felt good to sit back and relax.
She doesn't go to all the tournaments with you?
Well, she competes at them, but just recently she hasn't been competing at them. She's just been chilling, just been working on some of her gym stuff and just got some other stuff in the lab that we got. So she'll be coming back out soon, though. She'll be coming back out.
Okay. All right. So, this is actually, we're a little bit over, but this actually is the 2-year anniversary of Fits, Kicks, and Flicks. I can't believe it's been 2 years already. That was a fast 2 years. Actually, the first one launched on the 18th, on March 18th. So yeah, it's been a little over 2 years now.
And that's why I came out, because something like, I don't know what it was. I saw the intro and I'm like, damn, we got on like a year ago at this time. And then I'm like,
Yep.
damn, I've been here for a year, been grinding, hitting, earning my stripes, and I ain't got not one face, not one even. I don't even got a soundbite. Like, oh,
Listen, when we get to 100 episodes, maybe that's what translates. So we only got what, 15 more to go.
Hey, at least you guys are going to be able to have tournament competition. You competing in a tournament in the intro, like. It won't be that way for me. He won't be able to get. I mean, it's very little. It's very little.
You know what? I'm gonna go through my stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your dad might have some stuff, huh?
Oh, my dad definitely has some stuff.
Yeah, your dad might have some stuff. But I mean, think about it. Like, I'm probably 150 pounds lighter on those videos that your dad might have. Willie's. I know Willie's mom definitely has stuff of me when I was a teenager. Also, Peter Davenport, his dad had some stuff when I was real little. So yeah, there's some little kid versions of me out there competing on VHS tapes.
Yep, that's exactly where they are.
If I see you champ size punching a kid,
I ain't that little. I ain't that little. I'm not champ size. But it might be some stuff for around from the SES days, because I was training with them and I was on SES for a little while. I didn't go to any tournaments though with SES. I quit the team before tournaments.
Listen, this is my thing, man. I feel like you can definitely get your footage out there. If we got Alex in his intro doing a form, like he's doing a form, like a double like split kick, like you definitely can throw in there. It don't matter how old it is. Like, you're good.
Yeah, but at least Alex's stuff was probably digital. Like I said, my stuff is gonna be on VHS all day, 100%. Matter of fact, Mike did post a video of me fighting in Chicago, fighting Jason Tankston. He posted it a couple years ago. I haven't seen it. I think he took it down. It ain't up no more.
Funny? On the intro, you're gonna see the little timestamp on the bottom right hand corner.
Right. And it's probably gonna be
1996.
Actually, it's probably gonna be the wrong date and wrong year. Not too many people really updated that the way it was supposed to be updated. You know, it might say 1979 or something, you know. If that's the case, that's definitely gonna be wrong. Let's talk about this movie. This week, our movie is Double Impact. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Double Impact. What'd you guys think of the movie overall?
I didn't like it. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No, I'm being serious.
What'd you think, Joe?
I was talking to my wife about this, and I'm really kind of finding out that the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies that I love so much, they don't really hold up.
That's why.
Really? Yeah. I'm surprised to hear you guys say that, because I actually like this movie and I like it a lot.
This dude, man, get the hell out of here, bro.
I did. I mean, I'm like, this is a gangsta ass version of Twins. Like, that's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm thinking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. That's what I'm thinking.
You know what? The funny thing is,
I swear.
Did those movies come out around the same time?
Twins actually came out before this movie. Twins came out
like
87, 88. This came out 91.
Maybe the director, because I kept thinking, like, I wonder if the director saw Twins and was like, I got an idea.
Probably so. Really? So I really want to jump into this a little bit. So
the thing that was killing me about this movie is, does Bolo just play the same character in every movie?
Every movie. Yeah. I'm a big tough guy.
I'm a big tough guy. I don't speak English, and I don't hit you with my fist. I hit you with a palm.
Mm-hmm. And to look intimidating. Actually, the only movie that he did not look like that in, it was one of Jean-Claude Van Damme's, but his scene, his part in that movie, whatever movie that was, it made no sense. Like, he was like doing forms, like on some steps or something. You remember that movie? What movie was that?
I feel like I do. Was it The Quest?
No, it wasn't.
No, the Quest. He wasn't in the Quest.
It wasn't. It wasn't Kick Fighter, was it? Kickboxer. It wasn't Kickboxer, was it?
No, it wasn't Kickboxer.
It was
Street
one
Fighter?
of those. No, it wasn't
What
Street
is it?
Fighter. I can't remember. I can't remember what movie it was.
That's what bothered me.
Yeah.
No Surrender, No Retreat.
No, it wasn't that one. That was Jean-Claude's first one. Like no one even knew about him in that
I
movie.
know. But he was the bad guy.
Yeah, but anyway, I was surprised because Bolo was a popular actor in the 80s when it came to these martial arts movies, and I'm surprised he never, at least as far as the American movies, he never took on a role that would have been like for Jet Li. You know, Jet Li, he does not talk very much in his movies, and I'm just surprised that Bolo didn't at least attempt to do more movies where he was the star and not the main bad guy in the movie.
I feel like maybe he liked being the bad guy because he's good at it.
Yeah, well, shit. I mean, anybody can do his role. Like, all you gotta do is just look intimidating and grunt and growl and but other than that, he's not really doing too much. Oh, and of course, he got to do the part where he takes his shirt off.
Him and Van Damme both.
But Angel, what didn't you like about this movie?
Okay, so like this is my thing, right? First things first, I don't like how after Bloodsport they made every Jean-Claude movie had a Bloodsport-esque type theme to it. Whether it was the actors, somehow like the plot started getting there. That I didn't like. I just didn't honestly, man. I didn't like the acting. I didn't really like the fight scenes too much. I thought they were like, I don't know, man. I just felt like I was just watching another form of Bloodsport or another form of kickboxer. I
didn't mind the fight scenes. The fight scenes were okay.
I'm not saying they were bad. Like they were good. I just feel like I've seen them already. Like I was sitting there like, oh, he's gonna throw the helicopter kick. Oh, like you already know.
That's in his contract. That's in his contract. He's gonna take his shirt off. He's gonna bang someone, and he's gonna throw a helicopter kick.
Wait,
that's
forgot
in his contract.
You forgot one other thing that he has to do in his movies.
What's the other thing?
The splits. He has to do the
splits.
Yeah.
I thought I said that. Yeah.
Every movie, every single one.
And he's always going to wear some short shorts. What the hell is that about? I know I thought that was done in the 90s. I thought that was an 80s thing.
It's just,
I don't know.
Listen, and then I'm going to be real with you. I didn't like the opening scene. I didn't really like that these people were wearing pink gis, like that kind of.
That was weird. That was weird. That was really, really weird.
Like, no BS.
I didn't understand that.
I'm going to be real with you guys. Like for the longest time, I didn't watch this movie again because of the pink gis. Like just for karate, I was like, I've never seen the Pink Panther have a karate school. Like, why am I gonna watch this?
Wait. My favorite part about the pink gi was that guy thought he was tough.
Yeah,
he got his ass kicked right away.
And then he comes in. Jean-Claude comes in dressed as like a ballerina, and they both are looking at each other. It's like, who's the tough guy here? And neither of you should be talking. You're in a spandex leotard, and you're in a pink gi with your chest hair hanging out and your long ponytail. Like, what is going on here? Like,
I understand that you guys noticed the pink gi, but did you also notice that there were some people in that class that had on yellow gis?
Yes.
So it was all pastel colors. It was yellow, pink, and I think there was like a light blue or something. It was weird. The whole thing was weird.
Perfect for Easter Martial Arts Academy.
Yes,
that's what that
was. I just really didn't like that. And to be honest with you, I never liked the whole like double acting thing, like the twins type deal. I never liked that when one person plays like his evil twin or something, because then I just don't take him serious. I'm just like, eh.
What's wrong with twins?
Oh, here we go. Oh,
he's getting at you now.
I just didn't like I don't know, man. Just like the acting, like I don't buy into the movie when it's one person playing dual roles. I don't buy into it. It's just, I don't know, man. I think like Joe just hit on the head. Like I thought this movie was all that, and then watching it, I'm like, this wasn't.
It was. I liked it better than Double Team. I mean,
hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
But the beginning of the movie, right off the bat, got me because it's like, okay, so they're opening like what was it, like an underground bridge
tunnel?
Yeah, tunnel for import exporting between two different cities or two different countries.
Hong Kong, and the mainland. Yep.
So This is what got me. So you show the family, you got the twins in their little baby carriages, you got security.
Mm-hmm.
They're leaving this whole ordeal, the opening of this tunnel, and they're driving, and he dismisses his security.
Well, I guess he figured I'm almost home.
No, that's not what I'm having a problem with. I'm having a problem with he realizes someone else is following him, and he realizes it's not a good thing.
Yeah, and
Now,
who he's talking about is Alex and Chad, who are both played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. They start off in the past, 25 years in the past.
Yeah.
So we see their parents leaving this ceremony where they opened this tunnel in Hong Kong. Okay, keep going, Joe.
What I had a problem with, if I'm being followed by someone that I think is trying to do me and my family harm, the last place I'm going to go is home. I'm not going home.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because here's the thing: if one person is following me, or two people or whatever, and they're not shooting at me, I have the advantage when I'm ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
But the second you pull into your driveway, if they have guns, they're going to get out and start shooting at you. You're trapped in your driveway. So you're not going to run home. And then to make matters worse, when he pulls into his driveway, more of the triad are waiting for him.
Right. Well, maybe he was thinking, I'm just playing, devil's advocate with you. But maybe he was thinking, I'm not 100% sure this car is following me. Maybe they're just going in the same direction as me. I mean, they weren't shooting at him. So there really was no alarm for him to speed away or anything.
Recall his security back, and he turned around and said, because he thought it was his security guy still.
Well, Frank, but he didn't tell Frank to come back. Frank just said, "Hey, I'm coming back. Just stay in your car."
No, but he said it's not me. Stay in your car.
Right.
And then what really got me is, if you're this important of a person that you need security, why are you not in a bulletproof car?
Yeah. Actually, he should have had this. He should have made sure Frank followed him all the way home. But it was so many people there. Like they would have took Frank out. He was by himself.
No, I agree. But it just threw me off, because I'm like, if you're this important, you should at the very least, have a bulletproof car.
Yeah.
I mean, they were treating him like he was the president almost.
Yeah. So basically, this guy's name is Paul Wagner, and he is Alex and Chad's dad. And him and his family are on their way home after this opening ceremony of their new tunnel. When these members of Triad follow him, and like Joe said, they are at his house and they're ready to kill him. We don't know why. We don't know the situation. We don't know anything. We just know that it's a hit job. And they kill they kill the dad, and they kill the mom. There's also a nanny there in the back seat with the twins. And Frank, their main security guy, he comes back, and he has a shootout with all these people, and a couple of them he gets. But for the most part,
he got more than a couple. This fool shows up this fool shows up against like 12 guys with heavy artillery with a handgun.
Yeah.
What do you have? A Glock?
Yeah. He pulls up. When he pulls up, he's shooting.
That's what I'm saying. But he pulls up and he's taking out like all these guys. I'm like, you're not taking out this many people with just one little handgun. And then he picks up two. Like, he was a good shot.
Well, remember, he was in the military. He was a military person.
But I was just laughing. I'm like, this dude taking out everybody. They thought he was Rambo.
Yeah.
But the thing that got me here, so the dad gets shot, and he's returned fire, but he gets shot and killed. They kill the wife point blank. And then the nanny, who had both boys, leaves the car with one boy and leaves one behind.
She left him on the seat. Like he was just like a loaf of bread. I'll come back and get you later. Like, I don't think she planned. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take that back. I don't think she planned to come back and get him.
No, she took off. You take care of these kids. Normally, you're telling me you can't pick up two children at one time? Like, that was too much for you? I realized it was gunfire, but damn, that came a little bit.
I didn't understand why when she did that. After she did that, she took the baby and she just dropped him off at an orphanage. She said she didn't want any part in raising this kid or anything. And this scene right here made me think of the other movie that made me relate to this movie, which is Batman. I was like, okay, so this is twins mixed with Batman. That's what this movie is. Because the parents get killed, and like Joe said, the nanny takes one baby and runs off, and Frank comes back and he sees that the nanny only takes one, and he grabs the other baby. You would have thought he would have he had to have had some type of contact with the nanny. Why didn't Frank contact the nanny and say, hey, where's the other kid? He had to have had some type of connection to her.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up to me, but I figured, hey, it's just part of the movie. Maybe
she got scared and she went off the grid.
Oh, she definitely did that. But still, anyway, did she even notice that Frank came back? Or did she leave
I have
before
no idea.
I think she left.
No, she was there when Frank started, because she left under his cover fire.
Yeah, but everybody's shooting. I mean, she's probably not going to really think like, oh, that's Frank. She was probably just screaming and running for her life. She probably didn't know. I don't know.
And Frank almost didn't get away because he kept running into people that he had to kill and stuff like that. But he ended up taking, what was it, Chad?
Yeah,
and he raised Chad as his own. Because I thought he was going to take Chad and give him to another family or something, but he ended up raising him as his own.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think the tryout would have killed the boys? I mean, I know what they said in the movie later on as the movie goes on, but do you think that was going to be the case? Like, that would have been a sick thing to do.
With the way they were shooting, yeah.
Take them and raise them as their own.
Raise them to be bad.
Possibly.
One good twin, one bad twin. Good twin is to fight the bad twin.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
That's the only reason this movie existed, was to have Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, I mean that's how this was marketed. I remember, and I didn't want to see this movie back in the day when it came out because of that. I thought it was corny, so I never wanted to see it. So anyway, let's fast forward 25 years. That's exactly what happens, and we see Chad grown up, and this is the scene that Joe, you and Angel were talking about a few minutes ago. We're at the karate school. This place does not look like a dojo. It doesn't look like a karate school.
I tell you, it was a Pilates school. I swear to God.
It looks like a dance studio.
I think it was a little bit of everything, like maybe like a fancy club or a gym or something.
I don't know about gym. Maybe club.
Yeah.
A health club.
Yeah, something like a health club.
Okay. So you guys already described the scene of what happened. But then Frank tells Chad that he wants to talk to him. And he tells them, hey, we're going to go to Hong Kong. Chad definitely did not want to go to Hong Kong. He said, we have a business to run. Why should we go to Hong Kong? And, Frankie, he lets him know, like, we have business in Hong Kong also that we need to tend to, which is going to make this look like nothing. This business look like nothing. Now, what we see earlier is someone comes to Frank and gives him some pictures, and it's some surveillance pictures, and we see Alex in the pictures. And that's basically what they're going to do. They're going to go meet up with Alex. Now, Alex and Chad, they don't know anything about each other. Frank never told Chad anything.
Frank should have said something before going. Just saying we have business in Hong Kong and not filling them in was kind of mean.
I mean, he didn't really know how to
But entertaining when we got there.
Go ahead, Angel. You're about to say something.
I was gonna be like, I feel like. I mean, I don't know. I personally feel like he wouldn't have known how to explain that, and it probably wouldn't. I could have seen. I see there would have been more issues with that. Like if you would have told him, hey, we're gonna go see your long lost,
Well, I think the perfect time would have tell him something like that when he would have turned 18 or 19.
Oh yeah, before. I thought you were talking about on the trip, right before they leave. Say it right there.
Yeah, that was.
I'd much rather just find out by surprise.
Well,
he found out by surprise.
Well, he did. He did that because he never told him the reason they were going over there. He just thought it was some business. He didn't tell him that, you were going to have we're going to go meet up with your twin brother until after the twin brother was there, after Alex was there.
He was in there smoking a cigar. Man looked like a G.
So they end up going to Hong Kong. They end up going to this business. Now, what was this, a bar? Was it a restaurant? What was it?
Just to hang out. I think it was a bar, more or less.
So Alex ran this place. This was his establishment. And when Chad and Frankie get there, like, everybody is looking at Alex. I'm sorry, they're looking at Chad like he is Alex. So they are, someone comes up to him and gives him money. The bartender guy gives him a drink. They're just under the impression that is Alex. And then a woman appears and she tells Chad to come in the back with her. And then we later find out that is actually Alex's girlfriend. After she fills him up.
She's commenting on his clothes, because let's paint the picture here.
Go ahead, Joe.
Chad has been in France and California this whole time. Mm-hmm. He dresses real preppy kind of, and I'm not pigeonholing anyone here. I'm just explaining so we know. Okay, he has sweater vests and pastel colors and shorts.
You know who used to dress like that?
Hello?
Who?
Ski used to dress like that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, director. Yeah. He's doing it again.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm painting a picture. I am not pigeonholing anyone or making fun of people. Anyhow, meanwhile, Alex has more of like a biker kind of bar kind of look. He slicks his hair back. He's got leather and jeans, dark jeans and everything.
Yo,
He's smoking a cigar.
It's like they painted
it's night and day.
They painted Alex as like the typical like 90s tough guy. Like like a black leather jacket, like slick back, says small few words, like I don't know. It's just.
But the funny thing is, the girlfriend was kind of into it. Like she's seeing Chad, and she was like, "Oh, you got a new look, silk boxers, blah blah blah." And she was all, she was feeling it. She was like, "Okay, I can work with this."
You know what? That really bothered Alex also, because he brought up the silk boxer thing multiple times throughout the movie. He brought out the silk boxers.
But so here's Alex getting ready to, thinking he's gonna have a good time with this random girl. Chad, and Alex comes in and headbutts him.
Yep, knocks him out.
Knocks him right out.
I mean, I don't blame him.
I mean, yeah, but okay. Wouldn't you?
We're not what?
I would be pissed off. If that was my girl, I would be mad. But I would also be confused because you look just like me. Mm-hmm. I would have questions before I just all of a sudden.
You know what? He did the right things. He did the right things. Hit first, ask questions later. That's what he did. The right thing. Because what else? What? You want me just to sit there and watch and let him finish?
No. Maybe you just be like, no, I'm just gonna hit him. Because if that was my brother pulling that crap, I'd be like, oh hell no.
Pulling that crap, like he meant for that to happen. Chad did not meant for any of that to happen. He didn't know
exactly,
what was going on.
In my situation, my brother would be pulling that crap.
Oh, okay, I got you.
He is my twin, and he knows better.
He said, "Oh hell no."
So after that happened, he wakes up. Alex is pissed. Now I'm assuming that Frankie and Alex spoke outside in the bar before he came in, because Alex is not looking at Frank like, who are you? Where'd you come from? He's just talking to him normal. And he is telling them, Frank tells them what happened, that who he used to work for, what happened that night, and that these two were brothers who were separated at birth. And he tells them basically they need to work together to get what's rightfully theirs, and that is the royalties, all of the millions of dollars that have been generated by their father's invention. Like he invented, he created and designed that bridge. So, Frank brought them together so they can get what's rightfully theirs. Now, they don't really want to work together. Alex is kind of pissed. He actually tells them to leave at first, and he doesn't want anything to do with them. I don't think that would have been my response if I found out that I'm supposed to be a millionaire and there's a couple of people that could have helped me get that money.
True.
What do you guys got?
Well, the other thing that we find out a little bit here is Alex is actually working with Zhang, and Zhang is the one who orchestrated his parents' death. So funny how that kind of came full circle, and I don't think that either of them knew about each other until later on when he realized there was two of them.
I don't know if Alex was working for Zhang. I know they knew each other because
but he had done some work for him, and he wanted him to work for him full time.
Okay, that might have been.
They had worked together They had worked together in the past.
I just assumed that he knew that Alex was a smuggler and wanted him to smuggle.
Well, and I think Alex had to pay him sometimes to get him off his back.
Okay, I missed that. Because, I missed all of that. I didn't watch this movie twice like I normally.
Yeah, when they were a few times they were talking, it sounded like you can't be doing that. This is my territory. So Alex might have had to throw some money at them to get him off his back every once in a while.
Okay, so Alex he's basically a smuggler, and he is trying to smuggle in a couple of Mercedes, and in the trunk of these cars, he had cigarettes and other things. And he's trying to. I don't know how these guys thought they were going to put these cars on their boat. Because I was looking at that boat and I was thinking like, okay, so how? Like it didn't look like there was any room for them to drive those cars onto that boat. So in the middle of this deal, after Alex gets his money, the police arrive. These other guys who are there to get the cars, they think Alex set them up. And Alex just decides to beat them up. He didn't try to explain anything, just beats them up and kind of knocks them in the water. Chad and Frankie, they help also. And they end up dumping these cars in the water. I'm assuming to make the car go faster. I mean, the boat to go faster, or also make it where it's a distraction for the police because they shot the cars up and they blew up in the water. Is that what you guys were thinking also?
Yeah, but all they would have to do is go around those cars.
That's what I thought too.
I mean, I could see it making the boat go faster, but it wasn't a big blockade.
And it didn't seem like Alex was really mad about it either. He just kind of
had the money.
Yeah,
he already got the money, so he unloading the cars and getting away from the police is just a bonus.
I just thought he might have just said, you know what, I could have sold those cars to somebody else since I got these guys money. But at the same time, he would have. I mean, those guys weren't dead.
Nope.
So that's going to be another problem for Alex. It could have been another problem for him in the future because he took their money and he didn't get anything for it. I mean, they didn't get anything for it. So no telling who those guys worked for.
They probably got picked up by the police being in the water.
That is, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. I was kind of leery of Chad because he was not trained to be a superhero at all. He's just a normal guy that knows martial arts. Yep. And they never, I kind of like the fact that they didn't portray him to be like the chosen one or anything like that. Him and Alex Chad and Alex were both 50-50 equals. My only question, I didn't understand why Alex could fight as like he was a martial artist. That didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, and I said the same thing because at the beginning, it seemed like Alex was more like a street fighter.
Right.
But then every once in a while, he's throwing real nice hook kicks, side kicks. And I'm like, okay, make up your mind. Is he more of a street fighter or is he more of a martial artist?
Right.
So I think they should have. I think I would have liked it more if he wouldn't have been a martial artist. He just would have been a real good street fighter.
Yeah, that's how he should have had.
A lot of punching, maybe a couple of knees here and there. Headbutt. I mean, headbutt works, but
right. That's what he primarily did most of the time. He was fighting. He would do a headbutt. Now they all go to lunch and they're talking about their situation. And Danielle, who is Alex's girlfriend, she is there with them, and she gets upset because she actually works with Griffith, Now, Griffith is one of the guys that they're after. One of the people who was involved in Alex and Chad's parents being murdered. Griffin was actually business partners with Paul, who was Chad and Alex's dad. He was business partners with him, who turned on him and linked up with this guy, Zane. And now Danielle is working with this guy. I think they said that she had been working there for 5 years.
Yeah, she doesn't believe he's dirty. She thinks he's a good guy.
Right. So, but I didn't understand why she got so upset and walked away the way that she did when they were having lunch.
I think when you work somewhere for 5 years and you believe in the work that you're doing and you believe in your boss, I think it's hard to hear that he could possibly be on the take or be dirty.
The next scene after that, we see we see Chad. I don't know where he was going. He was just walking down the street, and then Zhang and his folks pull up on him, and they say, "Hey, Alex, you're going to go with us," because they are under the assumption that that's Alex. They don't know anything about Chad, and they end up taking him, and that's where he meets up with Zhang, and him and Zhang talk, and I guess Zhang wanted him to smuggle some drugs. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, he wanted him to smuggle some drugs, and of course, Chad wasn't going to agree to doing that, so they decided to beat him up for that. And that's when we see Moon, who is Bolo's character. He beats him up pretty badly, and they end up leaving him in a container. Go ahead.
Was I the only one that wondered how Bolo got so small from Enter the Dragon to Bloodsport to now this?
I didn't think about that. I didn't pay any attention.
He got a lot now. Oh. Wait, did you see him now? You see him on Jean-Claude Van Damme's page now? All three of them are small guys now.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
But it's just crazy. Older. I just don't understand how he got so small. Like, this dude was like, he looked like the Hulk, and then he just looks like, I don't know. He just looks so different now. It's crazy.
Time takes care of everything.
Time.
I know. Hey, tell me this. If Alex would have actually got picked up, do you think Alex would have said yes to the deal?
Before he met Chad and Frankie, probably so.
That's what I was curious about.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he would have.
Yeah, probably so.
Too.
Yeah.
I wish they would have said something like, I wish Alex would be like, what are you doing? You're messing up my business. But he didn't really care. He was like, well, I didn't get beat up, so.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. But him getting beat up, Chad getting beat up, Alex decides that, okay, I'm going to be all in with you guys now, and we're going to all work together. That was pretty cool. I mean, I was surprised to see that. And then Alex decides to take them to, I don't know where he took them. It looked like it was an abandoned building. I couldn't tell if it was an abandoned hotel or a motel. Well, not a motel, but a resort or what it was.
It looked like an abandoned resort on like some random island.
Yeah. And we see Chad. He reminded me of Johnny Cage.
Yep.
This part, like he had his glasses on, he had the Louis Vuitton luggage, and he definitely did not want to be in this dirty abandoned resort. I don't know what was the purpose of going there. They never explained. They never said that they were hiding out or anything. I mean, at this point in time, there was no need to hide out because no one knew. Like Zhang and what's the guy's name? Griffith, they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know that someone was after them or trying to investigate them. So as far as them going to this remote island and hiding out, I didn't get it. Was this something I missed, or did they say anything?
I don't think so. I think they were just treating it like a base, I guess, like a home base or something.
Yeah. Okay, so the next scene, they decide that they're gonna blow up some factory. I didn't get that either. I didn't understand what was the purpose of that.
I think that was the drug factory. That was the manufacturer.
Yeah, but why? But I didn't understand. Like, what is the purpose of doing that? That had nothing to do with the reason they were there.
Well, to cut him off at the knees, cut his money off.
Okay. So they went and blew up some of his drug factories. Was that Zang's or Griffin's, or was it both
It
of
was
theirs?
Zang's.
Zang's.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it was theirs together.
Okay. So they blow up some factories. Now I don't know if I think I missed this, but did this cause Zang and Griffith to look for them or look to see who did this?
They didn't know who did it, but they thought they were trying to figure it out. And they did figure it out because they said, "Oh wait, Alex knew the spot we were going to be at because we told him."
Okay.
When they abducted him earlier.
Okay.
And that is how we found out.
This resort thing, I'm not saying it's the exact the exact representation, but just the way it kind of like the vibe it gave me. It gave me like a Game of Death type vibe.
Okay.
Like weird, but yeah, I just wanted to. I don't know, just like the way it looked, kind of. I don't know, just gave me like a weird Game of Death type thing.
What is that noise? Is that you, Books? Always doing something, man.
Sound like a phone or something.
Yeah. Anyway, the next scene. So that wasn't enough for them. They decide that they were going to blow up a club. They just didn't care anything about other people's safety at this point in time because it just wasn't the bad guys that was in this club. There were people in there having a good time, partying and drinking, and
everyone in there was considered a bad guy.
I guess so. So they decide that they're going to bring in these boxes, and they had explosives in these boxes.
Cognac?
Yeah.
But explosives.
Yeah, but explosives.
A good neck. Cannot waste that, man.
Well, so they send one box to Zang and Griffin, who are somewhere in the club. They're in the back having a meeting with these other people. And then Chad comes in with a box, and then of course he gets mistaken for Alex. And there was a third box also that appeared. I don't know where that third box came from. Who brought it in? I don't know. So there are 3 boxes with explosives. That should have been enough to blow up the whole block.
Nope.
You know, I think the building was still standing at the end of this, wasn't it? I mean,
for the most part, I don't think they really killed anybody. I think they just pissed them off.
That's exactly what they did. You know, they had some fight. They did some fight scenes, and I know these people were like, "Who are we fighting?" Like, like why are we fighting Alex for what? Like, why is he here in a tuxedo attacking us? That should have not made any sense. I think.
But this is the point where, because they're getting away, and Zang and Griffith both see that there's 2 of them, so they figure out what's going on now.
Do you think they okay? Yeah, so they all of a sudden just assume, oh, this is Alex and Chad Wagner. They come back to get us. Like I'm not going to remember anything that happened from 25 years ago. Some random thing that happened 25 years ago. I'm not going to remember these babies. Hell, no. It's been karate students who trained with me 5 years ago. I don't even remember. You know, so remembering some babies from 25 years ago is ridiculous to me.
I agree.
They continue to talk to Danielle, and she goes into the file rooms, and she's trying to find something. This part was a little disturbing to me because she pretty much gets molested by this security woman named Kara, and she searches Danielle, and I guess we are led to believe that this Kara is also a lesbian. Also,
I don't know what she was.
Yeah, she made some type of comment to her after she did that. That led me to believe that.
She says, "If you got nothing, I'll let you go." And then she's like, "Oh, now you can frisk me."
Yeah. So, and then she runs out of there. Now, what she ends up doing, she goes and she calls. She calls that remote island. He shouldn't have cell service. It just hit me. He shouldn't have had cell service on that remote island.
These are those 90s cell phones that were like bricks. They look like a brick with an antenna.
The Zach Morris cell phones.
The Zach Morris.
That's right, the Zach Morris
That's
cell
the perfect
phone.
way to put it, the Zach Morris cell phone.
Nobody
like
had that. No, we didn't see anybody who had it more than Zach back in the day. Anyway,
I love it.
So Danielle decides to call the guys and let them know what she found out. I guess she found out some information, and she wanted them to know that she had just got searched also. And Chad answers the phone. He says, "Okay, don't worry, I'm coming." Now, when she did that, her phone was being tapped at the same time, and now Griffin and Zane knows that she is, giving up information about them to someone, and Chad and Alex. Chad runs out of the resort looking for Alex and Frankie, but he can't find them. He doesn't know where they're at. He just knows that they went into the woods getting some firewood for some reason. And he takes off, and some reason he knows how to drive this big boat. He knows how to do it. He knows his way. And he drives it all the way back to the mainland to get Danielle. You guys have anything about this scene? You guys got any comments?
The whole thing was crazy because he's gonna go get her, but she's got some heat coming, and I mean the whole thing's a mess. And then of course Alex, all he sees is him taking off, and he just assumes he's going to go be with this chick, and it's like, where does that even come from?
Yeah, that was pretty stupid. That was pretty.
You have more to worry about right now than that. Like, I don't think, with everything going on, I don't think that's the farthest away from Chad or Alex's mind.
Yeah. So Alex he doesn't know where Chad went, so he eventually calls his club, and the bartender guy answers the phone and he says, "Is my brother there?" And he said, "Yeah, he's in the back." He says, "A woman there." "Yeah, she's back there with him." So now he's assuming that they just linked up in his club and they're back there having sex. That's what was going through.
She wants some more of those silk underwear. She couldn't get it off her mind.
Now, you would have thought that Alex could have heard what was going on in the background. So Zane's and Griffith's people have come to the club, and a fight breaks out. You hear, I think there was some shooting or whatever. The bartender guy was on the phone with Alex. I would have thought Alex would have heard all of that commotion because he punches. Like, I got confused and lost at this part. I thought that he was upset that he heard everything that was going on, but he wasn't there to help. That's not what was going on in his head. He thought that his brother and his girlfriend were having sex in the back of the club.
Yeah. The bar's getting shot up, and Chad's just like, "Oh well."
You mean Alex?
Hey,
Alex.
Hey,
no,
hey,
Chad's in the back, smacking cheeks while this is going on.
Yeah, that's what he thought.
Chad over there shooting up his own shop. That's what
You're like, hurry up, let's get this in before they come and get us, and then we'll sneak out the back. Come on.
Chad and Danielle end up getting out, and they end up running away, and eventually they end up getting on the boat and driving away. Now Kara is there also, but she is on a helicopter and she's looking for them, which is smart. But she couldn't tell which boat was theirs as they were driving away because there was a lot of different boats in the water. So they saw her looking, and not only did she see them, I think Alex and Frankie also, because she flew over the island and buzzed past them, but she couldn't see them. You guys got anything else?
I feel like she should have figured it out, but
yeah,
that was me. But it is what it is. But meanwhile, our boy Alex
is tripping. He's tripping.
He's tripping. He's drinking. And he's got on his mind. He's just going through images in his mind of these two just really getting hot and heavy. And I thought it was just a little ridiculous, but I guess we had to have some controversy to get them to fight each other.
Yeah, but that was a dumb, honestly, man, that fight scene was pretty dumb. Like, it wasn't long at all. It was real short. It was a real short fight scene between them. So when Chad and Danielle come back home, Alice is drunk. He's extremely drunk, and they're trying to tell him what happened, but he's not listening, and a fight breaks out between them. And this was probably the worst fight scene out of the whole movie, honestly, because it was like pointless. It was pointless. The kicks that were doing to each other, taking multiple kicks to the face and not being knocked out was ridiculous.
I said the same thing. I was like, first off, those first two double kick that Chad threw, should have just knocked him right out.
Yeah, especially if you're drunk. You can't beat a drunk guy who who should not have any martial arts training.
And they fell off the top of the stairs too, onto the floor. So that should have hurt them both.
Yeah. So Alex is upset because he doesn't want to work with Chad now. Chad is upset. He doesn't want to work with Alex. They both leave. They go to separate ways. Chad is screaming. He looked like a little kid. He was saying that he was going to swim away. He was going to just jump in the water and swim away. And then for some reason, Alex leaves also. So the next day, they wake up. They are both on the beach somewhere in separate areas. And they're waking because they hear the helicopters. And then they see the boats. So Zhang and Griffith's guys have invaded the island. And they're going to come and get Frankie and Danielle because they're still at the resort sleeping. Alex and Chad, they wake up, they see them, and then they try to kind of sneak attack all of the guys who have ambushed Frankie and Danielle. How do you guys feel about these fight scenes that we have here?
They're all right.
They're all right.
Okay.
Pretty realistic, I mean, overall.
Yeah, I mean, they just picking guys off one at a time and then taking their guns and shooting. I don't know, man. Like I said, Alex is just a regular guy. He has no type of military training, and just the fact that he has all of these skills is kind of crazy. But
gangster.
They end up taking Danielle and Frankie away. And I don't know. For some reason, it reminded me that they were in a submarine. That's all. Only thing I can think of, they were in a sub, the bottom of a sub. That's what it kind of looked like to me.
I think it was a boiler room of.
Yeah, it was a boiler room.
A boat or a warehouse or something.
Something. And they're torturing. They're getting tortured. And at one point in time, they were about to rape Danielle. I was like, man, this is like almost too extreme for a movie.
This is pray for death all over again.
Now, what was it that they were spraying on Frankie?
Just steam.
Was it steam?
Just
okay.
Very extremely hot steam.
Now it seemed like because Chad and Chad and Alex ended up sneaking on the boat because Chad put restraints on himself to make it look like he was a captor. And Alex was dressed like one of the military guys that was working for Griffith and Zane. Why didn't he not keep on that outfit? They could have kept going throughout the boat.
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing.
They could have just kept going around like that and not being recognized by these guys. But then after they got on the boat, they just decided, okay, we're just gonna go be ourselves now, and we're gonna go find Danielle and Frankie. Now Frankie's screaming. He is being tortured badly. And Danielle, she has her face is marked up. So they've actually been punching on her and slapping her around also. They get on, Griffith and Zane get on the intercom system and they're talking to Chad and Alex. They know that they're on the boat because they've heard gunfire from them and also some of their hench people. So they know they're on the boat. So they tell them what's going to happen to Frankie and Danielle. They even pretend to kill Frankie because he's talking to them, telling them where they're going to be, and then they fire 2 shots. This just pisses off Chad because now he's on a mission, and that's what they wanted. They wanted Chad and Alex to come find them on the boat.
They acted like him screaming like now we found you. Okay, so what? You still got to come to him.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, it was.
Like, it was not good for either way around.
No, it's amazing that all of these guys had working for them, Alex and Chad was able to pick each one of them off one by one by one, with it just being two of them. Because Frankie he couldn't help. He was captured.
And then the Chad and Moon got into a fight. That fight scene was okay.
Yeah.
I like the way it ended.
Listen, man.
But it was random to me because why is Moon kept picking up that barrel?
Listen.
Yeah, short strength.
I'm telling you now, bro. That man's been getting his ass kicked by Jean-Claude Van Damme for like 10 years now. He still hasn't figured out how to get by this damn helicopter kick. Come on.
I kind of like the scene where Alex was fighting a guy who had the spurs on his shoes, because that was something that was a little different. He's fighting in the dark, and the guy was coming out and hitting him. But eventually, the light from outside or a window or something gets on, and he's able to see him finally, and he's able to beat him. But overall, these fight scenes weren't that bad to me. They weren't that bad.
He kicked Moon right into an electric box and shocked him to death.
Oh yeah, that was different. Yeah, see that. And then that was also some payback from earlier because Chad got beat up by Moon earlier in the movie. So that was some payback. These guys pretty much get wiped out one by one, and then eventually, we're left with Zhang and Griffith. I think Alex went after Zhang and Chad went after Griffith. These guys were running for their lives at this point in time because they didn't have any more help. They pretty much knew it was over.
Zhang was begging for his life for Alex. He was trying to work out a deal.
Yeah, he said it was Griffith who did it. Yeah, he said it was.
Yeah, he was blaming the other guy.
Yeah, he blamed Griffith, but he still ended up falling to his death. And I was like, wow, that's how they're gonna get rid of him. But
he fell to his death, and the other one got crushed by a crate.
Yeah, they killed those guys good. It was like no coming back. Like, you guys are not about to be, in bandages or anything like that. You guys are destroyed. You guys are done. They even killed that Kara girl also. Yeah,
she came down like she was a Black Widow.
Yeah.
She had her legs wrapped around, was it Chad, and is trying to Alex tried to choke him.
Yeah.
And snap his neck, and he turned around and would he get a knife from her or something? Where did he get that knife from?
I can't remember.
He got a knife somehow and stabbed her in the thigh, and then stabbed her right in the ribs.
Yeah.
And that was the end of that.
Yeah. So Danielle ended up getting rescued. Nobody rescued Frank.
He had to rescue himself.
He had to rescue himself, and we don't see him again to the very, very end of the movie. Poor
Frank. Frank's the one that got this whole thing going, and then no one. Who cares?
Right.
As long as the hot blonde gets rescued, who cares?
Right. Chad was able to. It was weird that they had Chad. They had Danielle with Chad as all of this is ending, and he kind of saves her and puts her away, prevents her from getting crushed by one of those trailer crates or whatever. Griffith ends up knocking Chad in the water. He ends up Griffith thought he killed him. He thought he was gone. He actually swam around to the other side and came up behind Griffith, and then he ends up dropping that crate on him and squashes him. That's just the end of him. And then that's pretty much the end of the movie. That's how it ended. Everyone's alive. Frankie comes stumbling out from somewhere. Somehow he rescued himself. Man, that was it. Like most of these movies in the 80s and 90s, there is no wrap up. It just ends. That's just it. They all wink at each other or give each other the thumbs up and roll credits. That's it. and that is the movie. That is Double Impact. That is our movie for this week. So you guys really didn't care for the movie, huh?
Nope.
Maybe it was because I had low expectations that I liked it. I enjoyed the movie. Like, I'll watch this movie again. Like, I had no problems watching it. I'll watch it again. I would give this movie. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. Yeah, I'll give it a B. It wasn't that bad. Like I said, like I thought it was going to be so much worse. I thought it was going to be so much worse than it.
Listen, I watched all these movies so many times growing up, and I just remember loving them all. And I'm just finding out that the storylines don't necessarily hold up all the time. And Jean-Claude, he's not, he's just is what he is.
Okay, all right. What did you give it, Angel?
I would at most a C. I'm more on the C- side, but at most a C.
Okay.
The reason why I'm saying a C is because a movie that's worse than this is The Quest. That's worse.
Okay. So you give this a C, and you gave Three Ninjas High Noon an A.
That's a classic.
Okay.
You don't like The Quest?
I don't like The Quest.
I didn't mind The Quest.
You didn't mind The Quest?
I don't love it. It reminded me of Bloodsport.
Exactly why I just go watch Bloodsport.
I love Bloodsport.
Yeah, that's an A+ movie all day.
Mike and Gene didn't think so.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also the same guy that said this is a B+. So
I did not mind this movie. I did not mind Double Impact at all. Not at all, man.
Listen, man, that's why we're here. Different strokes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So the next one, I'm gonna pick the next movie.
Good.
I'm gonna go with Bruce Lee. This is a movie I've seen this movie before. I only seen it once. This is I want to see Game of Death.
Fuck.
I think that's that's his last movie. That
he's not even really in it.
He's not really in it.
He's only in there for the first 12 minutes.
It's okay.
Wait a minute. This is not the movie that he is fighting with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's the first 12 minutes. That's it.
Okay. All right. Let's see that movie. I don't remember it. I've seen it once. We should have a good show next week.
Bro,
then
they freaking put his face on a mirror and recorded and had someone talk to make us believe that he was,
like I said, man, I do not remember anything about the movie. I don't know the backstory. I don't know the extra, the deleted scenes. I don't know nothing about the movie. I've seen it back in the day in the 80s.
When I was younger, I watched all these like Bruce Lee movies. I thought they was all real. I thought Bruce Lee was in them, and I was like, man, people say he died.
I remember, man.
Bro, I was like, man, people say he died. He made this movie in '83. That's Bruce Lee.
As a kid, I ain't gonna lie. As a little kid, I remember before I became a martial artist, I remember going to the video store and renting movies, looking for Bruce Lee movie, not knowing that he only did like maybe 5 karate movies. But there were some movies that said Bruce Lee, but it was Bruce L.I. and it said Bruce Lee.
Oh.
Or Bruce Lee with L.E., just one E, you know? And I was like, and I watched those movies. I'm like, what is this? I remember being a kid being upset. Like, what is this? It was ridiculous. So, okay.
I thought it was actually him. So when I got older and I rewatched him, and I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Who is this guy? I was going to say Bruce Lee.
See, I thought he was in this. I thought he was in Game of Death longer than that. Just the first part of the movie.
He's known for. So Game of Death.
It's a decent movie.
What that's known for is that's Bruce Lee's unfinished project before he died.
Right.
He was making it. He only recorded the first 12 minutes, and then after that, I guess crazy.
He lost the game, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I got Angel with that one.
He lost the game. Oh my god. Oh, we're going to hell. Oh god.
Game over.
Anyway, man, you know what? That's messed up, man. Honestly, this movie Double Impact was messed up. Like, imagine having a business partner with someone and you guys running a business and they off you because they want to take the profits from the business. Like, that's really screwed up. I tell you what, man. Like, if me and Angel, we had a business together, and you kill me to take over my business, I promise you, I will spend eternity trying to find a way to come back and haunt you. I would.
Gene,
I would.
Hey, Gene, we gotta talk because you're gonna fill me in on this jump kick stuff, and then you're done.
So I promise you, I will try to find a way to haunt anyone that offs me. I don't care. Like, you will get no more ass. You go and try and have sex with some woman. I will push the damn TV off of your dresser. Ending that shit. Your girl try to go to the bathroom. Your girl try to go in the bathroom in the middle of the night to take a shit. She gonna see me in the reflection in the mirror. Like, your shit is done. If you're off me, you're done. I'm gonna have to come with some type of plan to talk to God. Like, come on, man. Let me just get down there. Just give me 30 minutes to haunt this guy.
We're getting an exorcism. I'm gonna exercise your. You're out.
He said he's getting No more ass.
No more. Ass is done. Shit, that is it. No
Not messing
more.
with Gene. I'm not messing with Gene.
All right, everybody. You guys got any closing remarks?
No, I think
this
we're good.
Oh, that was a great soundbite. We're ending with that. Oh.
All right, everybody. Stay safe, stay strong. And I'm going to play our music. We out.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.